stare at each other. You need to be kind of talking, and yeah, that's right. It's coming in on the two shot, right? So let's just walk through this. Who cares if you hear my voice in the background? It doesn't matter. All right.
Okay.
Let's walk through this, but let's record it and let's do this. All right, you're on the two shot. I'm gonna need you to sit up straight. There we go. Thank you. Okay, we're in the two shot, and you guys can be smiling and talking, whatever you want to do.
Right. No, the awkward, silly thing. Yeah. I know where you're not saying anything, but really you're saying nothing.
Bring us over.
Yeah, I know.
And
But it works. It
you are
kind of
live.
makes sense in the end. So, welcome. Welcome to Toronto Path.
That's good.
Right. Welcome to Underground TV, where we bring you the best from Toronto Path, the largest underground shopping complex in the world. We will also bring you what's hot, new, and happening in downtown Toronto. On today's show, we will be speaking with Babette, original manager for Marche. Babette is here to talk to us about Diva Nights and what goes on in Marche. We'll be right back.
Aaron takes there we go. Thank you. Greg, see, it's simple. The two shot is basically just an intro and set the stage.
Okay.
Mostly we'll be doing this coming maybe on a wide shot. Eventually we'll be coming into you, and just before it gets to you both, I'll switch you over. Your intros, everything always going to be your close-up.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, okay.
once you have a conversation, we just go hunting for the most interesting shots, and usually it's whoever's speaking.
Okay.
But sometimes we go to the shot. Okay, Aaron,
Okay.
ready to come back? Are we going to come back on a two or the one? We're going to come back on the one because we've already established, right? So basically, we're going to come back on your close-up again.
Okay.
All right. In 3, 2, 1.
Welcome, Babette. So, Babette, you've been in Toronto for about 5 years now.
About 5 years, yeah.
Where do you call home?
You know what? I would say Toronto's my home now.
Right.
It feels like home.
It does. So tell us about Marche and Diva Nights. Like, where did the idea come from?
Diva Nights came from, I think that every woman in Toronto is a diva. In their
Yes.
own right, they're a diva.
Right.
Absolutely. So, and I think women in Toronto don't bring out their diva enough.
Right.
So here's a night where you can bring your diva, bring your girliness, and meet other women that are doing the same thing.
So is Diva Nights for women who actually use the path, or is it open to just about anyone?
Absolutely anyone, any woman. It's open to men too, but we're focusing on women. And
Only women.
Okay,
yeah.
just cut right there. No, that's good. That's good. Don't worry too much. You're still both be having a conversation. It's great. It's a great conversation. But yeah, you're listening to me too much on the
Okay.
cameras. Have a conversation between two of you, but just don't ignore your third friend. So I'm just letting you know where your third friend is.
Okay. Okay.
So
Got it.
Yeah.
that's all I'm saying.
Okay.
So that's so we're gonna bring you back on the intro. Welcome back to Toronto Path TV.
Okay.
We're sitting. My guest today is da-da-da.
Okay.
And away you go. Okay.
Okay.
Aaron, let's do this again. I'm gonna have you sit up straight, please. If you ever see me standing with my arms straight up in the air, it means that somebody's not sitting up straight. All right. And the trick for that is just don't let your back hit the back of the chair. Not that back. There we go. All right. There we go. Go ahead. Here we go.
Welcome back to Underground TV. Please welcome to.
That's all right.
Welcome back to Underground TV. In studio, we have Babette, regional manager from Marche. Hi, Babette.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. So, you left Switzerland, what, 10 years ago?
About 10 years, yeah.
About 10 years ago,
Yeah.
and now you're calling Toronto your home.
Yeah.
So tell me about Diva Nights and all the different interesting things that you have happening at Marche.
Well, Diva Nights is for women in downtown Toronto and who are divas. I think every woman in their own right is a diva, and they need to bring it out more.
Right.
And so here's a night dedicated for that, for women.
And
For
is
women.
is it only women?
Yeah.
Only. Yeah, why not?
Why not?
We need a night for ourselves.
We need a night
I
to just
agree.
be divas without having
I
to worry
agree.
about the men.
So is Diva Nights, does it cater only to women from the path, or is it open
Nope.
to the general public?
General public, if you're a woman in the downtown core, you want
Right.
to have a good night with other women, other successful, exciting women.
Right, who just like to come out
Who just
and
want to
have
have
fun
a
and
good
network.
time,
So with Diva Nights, what should someone expect?
Expect girliness, I'd say. Girliness in a professional way, not just like,
Right. So you have great giveaways, you have
Great
interesting
giveaways, good
cocktails.
swag.
Good swag. Swag is good.
Original cocktails
Swag is
as well.
good.
original cocktails.
Great.
You know, our mixologist Christine creates some pretty exciting new drinks that you haven't had before.
Just for Diva Nights.
Just for Diva
So
Nights.
it's actually very special. Where
Very
you're actually
special.
doing something for women who are always out there working 24/7, and they come to Marche for Diva Nights for an evening just for them.
Just for them. You know, women don't spend enough time on themselves in Toronto, and that's
I
what
agree.
I
We
find.
don't spend enough time having cocktails either.
Absolutely
I
not.
agree.
You need a night just to
You do.
drink the drinks.
And you know, you can leave the husband, the boyfriend home to take care of the kids and the chores and everything
Yep.
else. And we just have this night for ourselves. I agree. So tell me, what else happened at Marche? I know like you have a pretty full schedule and there's
Yeah.
a lot going on.
Yeah.
Take us through a day. What happens?
Well,
Okay, fantastic. Don't stop. What I'm gonna get you do, uncross your leg. Please. Sorry. And that was great. That little.
That was cute.
Don't hold back. No, those are the kind of moments I'm saying that's what makes
We're gonna
things.
laugh and clap because it'll be
Yeah.
live here, so we'll get some of that.
Okay,
That was
good.
Just don't hold back.
Oh, okay. So
Don't
we
hold
just
back.
be
Have fun.
ourselves.
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely. Have fun, but you're yourself sitting straight. That's all.
I'm so
You know what I mean?
proud
Like
of
you
my
guys are doing great.
posture.
It's great. Okay. So your question, whatever it is,
Okay.
is that table the way you move that?
It's a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. There we go.
There you go.
Okay. I can move it even farther. So yeah, just you're doing great, ladies. Have fun with this, and don't be shy. Like I said, if you want to move your hand like this, or talk, or you talk with
Okay.
your hands, yeah, have fun. Like,
Right.
Come on. It's great.
So great. So tell me, Babette, what happens on a regular day outside of Diva Nights?
On a regular day, our day at Marche usually starts around 8 or 9, depending on what shift you're on.
Right.
And we start by prepping everything, getting everything ready for the lunch rush. You know, we use the freshest ingredients, the most,
Right.
you know, organic, local, really nice stuff. And you're basically getting ready for that lunch rush, and that usually happens around 11:45.
Right. It's usually pretty crowded in there.
It's insane.
It's insane.
It's
Love
insane.
Marche.
Everybody comes down from the office and gets whatever they're feeling like for lunch, has a quick chat, you know, quick hour lunch. That's what
Right.
it is. And then it's
Right.
done, and you get ready for the supper.
Right. And you close what are your hours?
Downstairs in the path, we're open from obviously 10 a.m. to about 6. And then above ground, we're open till 9 or 10.
Till 9. Wow. Awesome. So tell me, what is there anything that you miss back home from Switzerland that you find that you
Absolutely.
don't have here? Or do you often think about going back home or
Home is home.
home? Yeah,
Where you
home
grew
is
up-
where the heart is.
That's right. That's
Right.
right. But at the same time, you can make multiple homes. You don't have to just be in one place.
Right.
So yeah, I do miss the slow, leisurely pace of Sweden.
Right.
I miss that. I miss enjoying life more. I find in Toronto things are a little bit too rushed, and that's what I want to encourage people to do is
Really,
to
but
relax.
the Canadians, they've always told us that we're a little bit too passive and we
Yeah.
need to be a little bit more aggressive and be a little bit more out there.
Yeah, but I think most of Canada is like that. But I
Right.
think Toronto is very unique in everybody's go go go.
Right.
It's a big city. It's an exciting city,
Downtown.
and everybody just wants to go
Fun.
fast. Yeah.
Fun.
Okay, so great answers. Now, Holly, you're talking about your hometown, right? What I'm just suggesting is that when I talk about my hometown, there's certain things that I think about that I don't need to share with everybody else, and that just turns the mind. It's the same thing with you. She should the conversation like don't be shy to go there. Like in Toronto, it's rush, but there are things that you kind of like. about
Oh yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
see that light, see you lighting up, and that's what people. Oh, what is that? You know,
Right.
you know, like so we don't hold back with anything. Like have these thoughts. You're both incredibly beautiful and charismatic, and I just don't want you to refrain anything through your conversation. You're two girls. Yes, a lot of people will eventually be watching, but the whole idea is that we're almost like voyeurs in this kind of conversation. That everything is, you know, like. If I can explain, just don't hold back about anything.
Okay.
Laugh, have fun. You know, like yeah, your girls are great. I'm just being picky. So.
It's fine.
Right.
Good.
That's good. I like
Good.
picky.
Yeah.
I'm picky.
Yeah. Okay, so where was I?
So Holly, one more time, tell me about Switzerland.
Switzerland is for me, it was very slow, leisurely, you know, it's home. It's my first home. But Toronto is my new home, I'd say. I'm comfortable here. I do like the fast pace of life.
Would
It's
you
very
say it was
exciting.
a culture shock coming here?
In some respects, I was. It took me a good week to get used to the pace, and I love the pace. It's
Right.
exciting. It keeps
So-
you going.
Tell me about the dating.
Dating.
Is it different dating in Toronto
Yes.
as opposed to Switzerland? Are the men
Yes.
different?
Yes.
Like, is it more exciting, less so
For me, it's more exciting. It's,
here in Toronto?
Yeah, because
Nice,
I'm
do
dating.
tell.
Well, I'm dating Canadian men. That's different from what I'm
Ah.
used to. And I find Canadian men very
More gentlemanly?
more
or
complicated. More
Complicated? In
More
what sense?
complicated. They play games. What's with the
The
games?
games. I've heard that one before.
You know, they say
The
women play games, but men
Really?
they play games.
Really?
And there's a lot of players.
Oh, I
is-
thought I heard, I've never dated a man from Switzerland, but I've heard that the men a little bit more, they go after what they want.
Yeah.
And they let you know what they want.
Everything's black and white. There's no gray.
There's no gray.
There's
but
no
we
gray.
have Toronto is very multicultural. So
Very.
you have, I'm pretty sure you probably bumped into people from Switzerland.
Yeah.
There were West Indian men. There are men from all over the world.
Yeah. And honestly, you can't really limit a man to where he's from. You
No,
have
you
to.
can't. I agree. So would you say, based on your experience here and dating in Toronto, that there's a particular race or man that you like, or you
Yeah.
just open and you just, you know what, you just go with
I
the
would
flow and
say,
what you feel like?
for me personally, I've
Right.
always been into the man that's successful,
Right.
self-assured, really confident in himself, kind of a little bit arrogant. I like that.
Ah,
You know,
the
you
arrogance.
gotta like it.
Yeah.
And you know,
somebody
being
with an
suc-
edge.
somebody with an edge,
Right.
which you can tell when a guy has an edge just by the way he walks. I like that.
So
I
have
do.
you met anybody on the path?
Yes, I have.
'Cause-
I've been passing a guy in the path. I have. I've had a bit of an eye flirtation.
Really?
Yeah.
Eye flirtation. I like that.
Yeah.
So would you say, now, I know that there are a lot of women who say that, you know what, I'm old fashioned. I'd rather wait for the guy to walk up to me and to approach me. Would you approach him if he never said anything?
I would approach him in a creative way
How so? Do tell.
because I think there's women in Toronto. I think are very confident.
Yes.
And you know,
Agree.
I see it time, especially you know after work cocktails. I see it time and time again. Women do approach men. I find.
Yeah. Well, after a few cocktails.
especially
you'd
after a
approach
few
just about
cocktails.
anybody.
Well, that's exactly.
Well, yeah.
It. I know I do. But I think to really, if you want somebody's attention, if you want to really get that guy, who is this girl? You know,
Right.
thinking that, I think
Right.
you need to approach him in a creative way to kind of make him think about
But
you.
what with guys not wanting to approach you? You know what I mean? Like I'm
scared
old-fashioned
to?
as well. But I don't like that whole I'm scared of you, I don't want to talk to you thing.
Yeah.
To me, guys should, you know what, man up.
Yeah,
if
man
you see
up.
a girl you like, approach her.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big deal if she says no. You just move on and you try and you talk to somebody else.
That's right. That's right.
Right. So if you don't meet anybody here, let's say you don't meet the love of your life here in
Meh.
Toronto, would you go back home and get married and come back, or?
I honestly, I'm not. I don't think I'm the kind of woman that's focused on marriage.
Marche is your life.
My business is my life.
Yeah.
And I'm very. Right now, it is.
It is.
I'm very excited to.
So how do you bring balance, though? Because it's very important, as you mentioned before, the whole reason why you created Diva Nights was to bring some balance for women and
Yeah.
to ensure that we
To
actually
celebrate
take the
it.
time out to celebrate,
Yeah.
celebrate who we are, pay attention to ourselves. So how do you create balance in your life? Outside of Diva Nights? 'Cause that's
Outside
still
of
work.
Diva Nights,
That's still
honestly,
work.
I like to break up my life into percentages.
Mm-hmm.
To put 30% to my work,
Right?
30% to my family and friends, and 30% to myself.
Good.
But that leaves 10%.
To your whatever.
That's
to do whatever you want to do. Call
miscellaneous.
it, right.
Miscellaneous, because there's
Right.
always miscellaneous in your life.
Yeah.
Chores, there you go.
Chores.
Or whatever.
Oh, I hate chores. Right.
That's why it gets 10%.
Right.
There
I
you
know.
go.
Totally get you. So would you say that?
And that brings balance. That makes me feel balanced.
Right. Good. Balance is important because
Yeah.
you know what? With balance, you actually can do a whole lot more.
Yeah, you're
You
not
can.
stressed. You're,
You're not
not
stressed.
unhappy.
Exactly.
You feel
Right.
more confident, and that's where my confidence comes from. Is
Okay, so tell us, Barbette. I'm pretty sure there are lots of young women who are watching you.
Mm.
As you know, Toronto is built on, we have so many different, it's very multicultural.
Yeah.
So a lot
Yeah.
of people who are moving here, they're probably wondering, how did you do it? You know, because I've had a few friends who they let the language barrier hold them back. They probably believe that they won't fit in here in Toronto. How do you overcome that, or how do you stay
Yeah.
inspired?
Well, honestly, this is why I love Toronto,
Right.
because I don't think of Toronto as a melting pot.
Right.
I think of it as a mosaic, right? There's a place for everybody.
What's the difference?
Melting
Melting
pot,
pot
you
versus
need to
mosaic.
meld to one thing. You need to become
Right.
one thing. Mosaic, you can be your own little personality
But
and
still
fit into the big
fit
picture.
in.
You know,
Nice,
you don't
I
need
like
to.
that.
Yeah. So I think honestly, you need to overcome inertia.
Right.
You need to, you know, almost, lack of a better phrase, man up.
Man up.
You know, don't
Man
let your language barriers, you know, shyness, anything like that stop you
Right.
from pursuing
Pursuing
what
your
you want.
goals.
Because I think Toronto is a place that, especially now, that you can really pursue your goals and have an honest chance at them.
Very well said. Well, thank you so much, Babette. It was
Thank
a
you.
pleasure speaking with you. I'm pretty sure all of you is very, very inspired by you and your words. And don't forget to go to Diva Nights. It happens every Wednesday at Marché, downtown Toronto, torontopath.com for more information. Stay tuned for more. We will be right back. I have no idea what I'm saying.
Two shot, that's good. Come out.
So, yeah. Gone? Okay. Jeez.
That was amazing. You know what was amazing about it? Two things. One, you guys got a good chemistry.
Yeah.
And kudos, you had the answers, questions ready, but you just like banged off.
Yeah, we totally went off questions.
I just want to hear what you guys had to say about guys and relationships. Here's just a suggestion. All that was
Because realistically, my budget that I can spend on clothes a month isn't huge. And
Right.
most women in the city, you know, in the age frame we're going for, they don't have big budgets either.
And
So I really think that you need to shop realistically.
we weren't filming either.
Oh.
Yeah, we know. Oh, we're just.
I know, that's why I said,
Oh, okay.
and you're laughing.
Oh.
So I have to say,
I just
oh.
brought you in. I just brought you in for this.
So I do another intro and everything?
Yeah, hey,
Okay.
hi, welcome
Hey,
back. We're
okay.
just having a girl talk here, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, just have fun with it. There's no,
Okay.
there's no wrong, right?
All right.
Don't find us. We were just chatting.
Okay.
So anyway, go ahead. Whatever you want.
Oh, welcome back. Just having a quick chat with Holly on fashion. I know it's the favorite segment for every girl and woman out
Absolutely.
there.
Yeah.
So tell us, Holly, tell us a little bit more about fashion. How did you get
Fashion?
into it? Why do you love it so much?
Right.
And why would you die for fashion?
Why would I? Do you know what? This is what all boils down to. When I was, I don't know, 4, I remember a pair of black patent shoes that I had, and I loved
Right.
those shoes.
Right.
And I loved dressing up in those shoes. And so fashion, from a very young age, has always been huge for me. Dressing up, looking pretty, getting noticed, that's really big. And it makes me confident. It makes me excited.
What you wear.
What I wear, you know, it's
So
it's
what do
great.
you think about the fashion downtown Toronto, the women? I mean, when I walk underground in Toronto Path, I see so many beautiful girls like
Oh,
decked out.
yeah.
Honestly, I feel like I should have a camera and I should just be taking some pictures
Yeah.
and posting them
Yeah.
up. The best outfit for the day.
Absolutely.
Kind of thing.
Well, and yeah, 50% of the women in Toronto do a really good job at dressing themselves.
Agree.
You know,
Yeah.
accessorizing,
Right.
being really bold in what they're wearing,
Right.
and that's how it should be.
Right.
Women should be bold in their fashion and shouldn't be afraid to try this new trend. But I feel like the other 50%, you know, might be a little bit confused on this trend or this, like,
But
realistic.
is trend fashion though?
Trend
I
is
remember we
not
were talking
fashion.
offline.
No,
You're right.
Trend is not fashion.
Because you have some people who actually go for the trend, but it doesn't look good on them.
No.
Because something's
Just because something's hot
there,
right now
right.
doesn't mean you should, you know, mint green
Buy it.
pants aren't going to look good on everybody. I can't wear mint green.
Agree.
That trend I will
Agree.
never go for.
Right.
No. So I think fashion to me is your basics. Your
Right.
great pair of dark wash bootleg cut jeans. You know, your perfect little black dress, not a sausage
yes.
casing black dress.
I
a
do have
proper-
one. Can I just
you
tell
have
you?
To.
But I call it my Mrs. O dress.
Oh.
Because when I put it on, I feel like Michelle Obama.
Oh.
Right. I love it.
But that's the perfect little black dress. You're going to wear that again and again and again and get that price per wear down to an affordable price.
Right.
And so, you know, these are small basics that women need to have in their closets, and that's what fashion is: building a wardrobe.
that
And then
works for you.
it works for me. And then that's where trend comes in. Trend is the little things, inexpensive things that you add to your wardrobe that make you fashionable and
Right.
in the seasons.
So you don't make your wardrobe about the trend.
You don't base your wardrobe around trend.
Right. You base it on who
around-
you are, but then
Yes.
you add a few bits and pieces from what's happening
Absolutely.
today
Yeah.
into your. And I totally get that because I wouldn't call myself trendy. I somehow put things together and it all falls into place. I'm lucky that way.
But you look very fashionable.
Thank you.
You do. Yeah.
It's probably because, like I always tell my friends, the best accessory you can have is your confidence.
Yes.
My mom
Yeah.
always taught us sit up straight, shoulders up, and
Smile.
right? Just
Yeah.
smile, and then everything else falls into
Yeah, it
place.
does.
So I think that this is a great place to start, and then, as you said, you build on it.
Start with yourself, then the
Right.
basics, and then the trend. And because like there's so many trends out there that I look at and
Oh
I go,
God, I can't keep up.
nope, not
It's a
gonna wear that.
headache.
No,
Right.
yeah,
It's a
and
headache.
women, I find a lot of girls spend a lot of money on these trends that they wear
Right.
for one season and then it's out. Colored jeans, huge, right? Huge trend. I see them
This
all over
season,
Toronto.
yeah.
So good, and some
They're
girls
big.
do it so well.
Right.
Now I could go to one store and pay $200 for those colored pair of pants, but then that's my clothing budget for the month spent on one pair of jeans.
Right.
Or I could go to a Garage or Stitches or a smaller end store and spend $20 or $40.
I like you.
Yeah.
That's g- yeah. And, you know
and-
what? You've heard that saying, don't wear the clothes.
Yeah.
Don't make the clothes wear you.
Yeah.
You wear the clothes.
You wear the
That's
clothes.
something to that effect.
You have to own what you wear.
Right.
You have to be confident
Right.
in what you wear. If you don't feel good in the store wearing it, don't buy it. If you have
You heard
one
it.
doubt about a piece of clothing, don't buy it.
Right.
Because you're not going to wear it and you're
Right.
just wasting money on something you're never
Stays
going to
in
wear.
your closet.
Stays in
so
your closet.
tell us, fashion in the largest underground shopping complex in the world.
So exciting.
What can we find? What's underground? Like, where do we even start? Like 1,200 stores.
Yes.
1,200.
Yes. You know what? I think the best way to do this,
Right.
download the Path app on your phone
That's
so
a good
you don't get
start.
lost.
Right.
Download the Path app on your
Right.
phone. Scroll through. See which area has most of your favorite stores that you already know.
Right.
Or some interesting type stores. Plan your journey, plan your shopping trip. You know, when you're shopping, the rule for shopping is you don't carry a big purse with a whole bunch of stuff in it because you're going to get tired. Pack a little snack, bottle of water. Don't bring a jacket
That's why it's important to shop Toronto
because
Path. You don't need a jacket.
You
You're
don't, you don't
underground.
need a jacket. You don't. You just
There you
need to
go.
go and enjoy your day
Or
shopping
you
in
can
the
bring your
Path.
boyfriend and get him to hold all the bags on your coat too.
Just
right?
bring a
That
snack for
works.
him too,
Right.
and he'll
Yeah.
he'll comply for
He
a
can
while.
hold the bags.
He can hold the bags. You know,
Yeah.
he's your own personal little shopping assistant.
Right.
So yeah, I think that's the way to do the Path, and there's some great stores down there
Agree.
that people don't know about, and you get
Agree.
some good deals.
Well, every 2 weeks, Holly will be bringing us the very best from the Toronto Path Shopping Underground Complex. So stay tuned for more. We'll be right back. Yeah, so that was awesome. So we're going to talk
that was
about
fun.
it now. So are we actually going to
Could have
show?
done that as a segment. You know that?
I
we
could
have to
do
prepare.
that as a segment. That could be easy for a segment.
That could be easy. So are we going to actually bring stuff on, or are you going to just showcase? Will you have
Well,
pictures and we'll talk? Because I think people would want to see.
That's
different
what I was
things and
thinking,
then
because I would
where
like
go.
to, instead of just saying, here's a picture of an orange shoe, I'd like to actually have the orange shoe so I could like show
Or
it.
tell them where to go if you're looking for. We're talking about a $20 or $50 budget this week.
Yeah, you have a $20 budget and you want something that's
You can put an
in
outfit
trend.
together.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, you can.
Okay.
But yeah, I would like to actually do that about the Path. About like
That'd be
how you
awesome. Yeah, I
how you
agree.
shop the
How do you
Path.
shop at the Path? I agree.
Yeah.
And we can even, one of the ideas I had also was that to show people how they can dress from head to toe down
Yeah.
in the Path.
Yeah.
So you could get your hair done,
Yeah.
and it's almost kind of like you can
Brava.
follow her around kind of
Yeah.
thing. She can get her hair done, she can get her makeup done, she could go buy an outfit, get shoes, ready for your hot date at, you go for
Mm-hmm. At
dinner
the restaurant.
At the restaurant, right? Like something like that.
Yeah. With the
That's
guy that
also
I've been
another idea.
eye flirting with.
The eye flirting guy. Oh, we can even draw that out.
You see, right
We can even
now-
draw that out.
Right now, you're having more fun than you did the whole time.
Really?
I never saw that smile, that little laugh, that little like. And listen, I'm a big fan. I'm just being.
Yeah, yeah.
You
So
have
that's
to be
it.
picky on us.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna know
Because
otherwise.
we have to.
Yeah, well, that's it. See, like
Yeah.
that right there, like you when we watch the video. Let's you know what? Let's do the intro. Okay.
Yeah.
Why don't we do this? You do your intro once, like how you're gonna open the show. Even
Okay.
if you read it, that's fine. You can read it. We
Okay.
can practice it, and then we're
So
gonna,
for
and then
typing
we're just
that.
gonna sit around and we're gonna watch what we did.
Cool.
If that's cool.
Oh, I hate watching myself. Great.
I know.
Get used to it.
Okay.
So now we're gonna do your intro.
You guys got time for me to take everybody out for dinner and
In-
drinks after? or-
Intro. She's gonna do her
Yeah,
intro
yeah.
on her close up.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. This is just a practice run of her intro. Of her intro. Carlin's just gonna do her intro, do her thing. Okay? This is for you, by the way. This is not.
Yes.
Okay? Whenever you're ready, Carlin, please.
Welcome to Underground TV, where we bring you the best from the Toronto Path, the largest underground shopping complex in the world. We'll also bring you what's new, hot, and happening in Toronto. Again?
You got his attention.
Oh.
That sounded really good.
I'm not? Okay.
And then, so is that the intro for every
What-
week?
Every week, well, we have to tighten it. I just jotted something together. We have to just tighten it up and clean it up. But yeah.
No, it sounded great. The only thing I was going to say is if that is into the show, then what we would do probably is then play the intro sequence now, and then come back to you. Hi, welcome to the show.
Okay.
And then you just introduce.
The guest.
Yeah, you know how shows do that?
Right.
They'll put the video,
Yeah.
they'll have you speak first, and
Right.
then it goes to the intro. It's almost like it's like a highlight. So where we have the hot, happening, da da da.
Right,
Our guests
yeah,
today
yeah.
are da da
Blah,
da,
blah,
da.
blah, right.
And then the intro goes on, and
Right.
then it comes back. Hi, welcome. We're really happy to be here. First guest is the. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, it sounded really good.
Okay.
It sounded really good.
Okay.
Do you want to work on your intro monologue for the first show? Just you talking to the camera and telling
Isn't that
us?
what we just did?
But that's what we just did. So is it Toronto Path TV or is it Underground TV? It's Underground TV.
Underground TV brought to you by TorontoPath.com.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay.
So we'll go with Underground TV. I like it. It's got a nice creative feel. But
Mhm.
you want it for the first show so that you're
Right.
feeling confident. You want to practice your, here's who I am, here's what I've done. You can talk about my beauty bank. You can talk about a little bit about your personal life so that you establish that connection. What do you call it? The ugly third person?
The ugly friend. She's
You
not
wanna do
ugly.
a dry run of that's
She's
an
nice.
intro for the show.
Yeah, right.
But the first show, you want to connect with the audience and let them know who you are. Right? Because Randy's going to do the first part, and he's going to introduce you, and then you're going to talk a little bit about you.
Hello, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. My name is Randy.
On camera.
Hi, my name is Randy Thomas, and I'm the general manager of ThatChannel.com, and it's my great pleasure to introduce a brand new show we have for you here at the station. It's called Underground TV, brought to you by the Toronto Path. And right now I'd like to introduce you to our wonderful host, Carlin. Carlin, welcome to ThatChannel.com family. Let's tell everybody a little bit about what we are going to be bringing to the world with Underground TV.
Thank you, Randy. Well, with Underground TV, we will be bringing you the very best from Toronto Path, the largest underground shopping complex in the world. We'll also be bringing you what's hot, new, and happening in downtown Toronto.
I like that word hot.
Hot.
I think most people would agree with me, hot. So let's talk a little bit about that hotness. Like, what are we talking about? Are we talking about shopping? Are we talking about special interests? Like, what's going on down there?
Right. What's hot is shopping, the food, places you can actually visit. We actually have a lot of cool cultural sites underground you can access via the path. We also have some really hot people as well.
Well, you know what? That's true. I got to say, I've lived in Montreal for 10 years
Right.
before moving here 5 years ago. And I used to always say Toronto is just a root city. You know,
Right.
like roots and very
Right.
preppy. But you know what? I've got to tell you, I think, Toronto does have a fetish for being the best in the world at everything. And I got to
We
tell
do.
you, to anybody watching out there, the sites are pretty hot, both
Yeah.
male and female. So is that basically what we're going to be talking a little bit about?
We will be talking about this. We'll also be bringing you what's really great about fashion on the underground. A lot of people don't know how many amazing stores we have underground at the Toronto Path.
No, well, like you're saying,
Lots. Shopping, 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 shopping. We can't get enough of it.
it's the largest in the world.
Yeah.
Right.
It's the largest underground shopping complex in the world. Right.
So I guess this show can go on forever.
It can, but you know what? We'll only bring you half an hour of, again, what's new, what's hot, what's exciting in Toronto, and what's great underground.
Well, a half hour, that's basically what you're going to do is whet my appetite.
Well, come back for more, Randy.
Well, you know what? I'm going to
Come
have
back.
to, and I think you do too.
Yes.
Welcome to the Toronto Path TV. Welcome to the That Channel family.
Thank you.
And hopefully we'll see you every week here on the Toronto Path. Toronto Underground, brought to you by thetorontopath.com.
Thank you.
Simple as pie. I suppose I should have said welcome back.
Come back. Okay.
Or we'll be right back. Carolyn, the show, and that's what I'll toss it to you and say, I won't be back. Carolyn will be back. Welcome to the family.
And I'll let you know how much I'll miss you.
And each segment, each show, you got like, are you gonna have a?
I have an outro that I
Johnny
wrote.
Carson used to have
It's.
when he come in, yeah.
Oh, where's my last? Oh.
You can have an entrance. You can have
Well, what I have for the second half for the outro is what to